good to see you. Thanks for doing this.
Hello, and welcome to the 2024 House of Delegates. Every year, I am humbled by the attention and care our delegates provide towards advancing PAMED through good policy-making decisions. While you're making policy and building on our strong foundation, the members of the Board of Trustees, elected by you to represent membership, are working hard to ensure our policies are adhered to by PAMED, by our members, and the board ensures that the legislature hears what our priorities are for physicians. With me today is the Pennsylvania Medical Society's board chair, Dr. John Mantion. Dr. Mantion, will you share with us some of the things that the board has been working on this year?
Thanks, Marty. Well, I would agree. The House is very vital to the setting of our policy, which establishes the priorities for PAMED and the board. I am honored to be in the position of the board chair and work with the House of Delegates to ensure physician voices are heard across the Commonwealth. Specifically, we've had 3 topics that the board is focused on this year and that I would like to share today. Those things are our membership value, our continued advocacy, and the board's ability to be nimble through emerging and important issues in healthcare.
Dr. Mantion, you mentioned the first thing is membership and the membership experience. What do you mean by that?
We've done a few things as the board in supporting the ad hoc committee task force on the delegate apportionment. The board has helped to ensure that the representation at the House of Delegates is going to be fair across the board. We also have had time studying items referred for study from the prior House that require a deeper dive. Before each and every quarterly board meeting, we have members, even those that are not delegates, can weigh in on the topics and give us important feedback to the board when we consider these items. We've also been researching and discussing a path forward for the 3-day House of Delegates. As you're aware, the board has met through these options, and we have the options for a 3-day meeting beginning in 2025, as well as ensuring that through this time we've been able to deliberate and come up with, again, using the Hershey Lodge as our site, and for having a longer annual meeting and the meeting of the House of Delegates.
That's fantastic, and you know, I can speak that the board really did hear the House of Delegates wanting that 3-day House of Delegates option, and thank you for choosing Hershey Lodge. I guess we all get more Hershey kisses. But in all seriousness, let's shift a little bit to advocacy. Advocacy is one of our pillars. It's the backbone of the Pennsylvania Medical Society. What has the board been focused on when it comes to advocacy?
Well, as you know, every 2 years the board hears from our members on what they think the PAMED's priorities should be. The legislative focus is based on that. From there, the board votes on setting these priorities for a period of 2 years. Keeping up to date on what's happening with pending legislation and understanding the effects of legislation on the physicians and their patients is what we've been up to. We've created task forces such as the Emergency Department Overcrowding Task Force that is making strides and working with the PA Department of Health to work on these issues from the inside out. We've also tried to build advocacy skills for our membership as well as the board members. We're doing through training, legislative visits, and the AMA advocacy events.
You know, thank you for that, and I do want to put in a plug that our website does have those trainings on there for any member to take advantage of to learn our issues and also learn how to advocate. But the third thing you mentioned really struck my interest. What do you mean by emerging issues? What are emerging issues for PAMED?
Well, the board has focused on these, trying to spend significant time at the board retreat learning about the nuances of emerging topics like AI, physician wellness, and unionization. Discussing how the board can stay informed on all these topics and the potentials, issues that these will weigh in, we'll strategize and figure out when to really lean in and when to monitor and decide what is happening.
You know, thank you, Dr. Mantion, for that overview, really explaining what the board has been focused on for 2024. If we shift gears a little bit, what are you anticipating or what are you looking forward to that the board is going to address in 2025?
Well, first and foremost, we always know that the business of the House will be conducted, and we anticipate some of the items that will be coming out of there. We look forward to making sure that the members get the most value out of their membership, and we will also continue on looking forward to our PAMED's strategic plan, which has objectives to be accomplished through 2025 relating to growing our membership, continuing the succession of the board and as well as the committee members, as well as growing other avenues such as non-dues revenue.
That's fantastic to hear, and really we're lucky to have such a board that is looking ahead. It's not always being reactionary, and I want to thank you and the board for their work. If we look a little bit towards now, the 2024 House of Delegates, what is the role that we can anticipate the board will have at the House?
Well, as the PAMED is structured, we know that the House is first and foremost our policy-making body. As such, the board will listen to the voice of the House and look forward to lively debate and thoughtful outcomes from this event. Additionally, the board appreciates the opportunity to connect with members during this time to hear from them through their various networking and social opportunities. Two specific events happening during the House that we're looking forward to are the Fireside Chat on Friday with PAMED leadership and the Friday Social, where members can meet and connect with trustees and the candidates that are in attendance.
That's fantastic that there are multiple opportunities that members and delegates can meet leadership. Dr. Mantoon, I really want to thank you for your time and really to give an overview of what the board has been working on. And honestly, I want to thank each and every one of you for participating in the 2024 House of Delegates. I appreciate the time that you give to us. I appreciate that you really put a lot of thought to these critical issues facing Pennsylvania physicians. Thank you and have a wonderful House.
Thank you, Marty, and thank you to our delegates and members.